What's up, people? Yo, so I'm fighting the enemy right now, literally, like right now within. For the individuals attacking me that are targeting me, and I'm not fighting them. I got them on lockdown right now, like completely subdued and all that. And because they like saying things like if what they say manifests is stuff because I said stuff before, so they started using what I said inadvertently or in broken, fucked up, inadverted, twisted ways, like if I gave them permission to do stuff when I said stuff. So I was exposing them, and they would use, what he said is true. If he said it, it must be true. And they start going off the hinges until they start to create like the perception, the notion through lies and deceptions. Like if they could do what I said, because I said something, they're doing this and that, and they go and act like if I'm giving them permission through lies and deceptions, they're taking what I said out of context until they reach certain conclusions and perceptions, and like, you know what I'm saying, like if they could do what I said, just me saying it, I wasn't really saying, I'll be exposing them, and I say certain stuff, and they go and create like lies and tricks. Like right now, look, they got a thing right now that's coming after me. It's coming after the confidence that I have, the energy that I'm having. And it's dumb. The CIA, FBI, the CIA, there's literally agencies that are targeting me. Freemasons, the Illuminati, ONU, and stuff like that. Some of my neighbors are like, no, check this out. Because you can feel it right now, trying to take away some of this frontal energies that I'm building. They don't want me to feel like powerful and solid with my original inner energy. So they go and send a masking sensation with literally sensations, trying to trick like my nervous system to accept their targeting system that they're targeting me with. It's mind control through sensory targeting. They're targeting my nervous system. They're sending sensations at me, like they're masking. Like first they do it, right? And they act like they're pulling my mind, and they're using my mind like if they're twisting it in ways that they're using my intelligence against me even. Like if I'm going against myself, they literally say stuff like if something out of nothing manifests because I've said stuff before, like if they could do it, and you see, look, right now they're interacting with my nervous system right now on my back, because I just had surgery, and because I have pain there, they're acting like if they could interact with the pain, because they're about pain, they're devil worshippers, Satanists. I've made plenty of live videos about this already, so a lot of you already know what I'm going through. They're targeting me based on what I think about, my nervous system, my pain. So if my pain is on a certain type of level, they go and create lies and deceptions and sensations to, like right now, they had just sent that fucking thing. I'm gonna post pictures of it in the comment section. It looks like one of the, they're doing it for me right now. Was that me in the video or some shit like that? Me? Anyways, but I got my own system against them too. I don't have to do all of this stuff. I just said that I was gonna let them do. Like one of them just farted on me right now, literally, or someone saying, like if a fart went out and I'm the recipient of it. They say stuff like if what is happening, like if they want to affect me indirectly through swaying sensations at me and stuff like that, or indirectly, inadvertently, see what I'm saying? Like they do it in ways, satanic ways. Like you heard the devil is backwards about lies. Lies is the opposite of the truth. So it's backwards, you see what I mean? So they use lies. Everything they do is based on lies, deceptions, sensations. That sensation is like somewhat around, it's somewhat like, it's sensations, how you sense life, your sensory system is your nervous system. So they're targeting me because I have this back thing, the surgery, and right now I have some tissue that's pressing against my nerve canal. So it's giving me a sensation. You see what I'm saying? And like if if they take my pain, my sensation, they do it like they want to be able to stick what they're doing. Like they say it and want it to stick, but it don't go low. It don't go more than 24 hours. So whenever they go to sleep, that shit is over. What they did is done for. It doesn't go above 24 hours. But because they got so many members, Freemasons, the ONU, the occultic societies, they literally have like members dedicated to this inner stuff, this indirect stuff, this satanic shit. They literally are the umbrella for all other satanic individuals and societies. You see what I'm saying? A lot of individuals who are Satanists and stuff like that, connected with the inner side and stuff like that, darkness or whatever the fuck, right? They do it through Freemasonry and stuff like that because they say stuff. Like if they created a network and they know everything but backwards, but the way it is, they go off the hinges and start saying it like if they are doing. You see, right, that dude right there that I just did is dumb. That was dumb. So like they got tricks. They collected tricks by targeting me here where I live in this house. Ever since I moved in this house, they wasn't like this before. When I moved to this house, they wasn't to the level they're at now. You see, and whenever I say something, like in order for them not to be affected by what I say, because the truth affects their lives, it it fucks up their whole fucking paradigm and shit like that. They go and change and switch, and they do it like if they're doing many different things, inconsistent, and go backwards. If I do it this way, they go the other way, or in ways that are broken and stuff. Like they do it opposite to what you know what I'm saying? They try to like run and always be like if they said it in ways like if. Imagine if you started saying it in ways to the point where you, like, let's say, if you said stuff and sensations were doing it for you, and you were doing stuff that could, it feels like you're doing what is being projected, like if you know everything, you say you know everything, right? But it's inverted. I'm speaking to my side, not to their side. Like if you're saying that you know everything, but it's inverted. Backwards, you know everything but backwards, but the way it is, it creates this inconsistency, this you know what I'm saying, this like wall of nothingness there that you know everything but backwards, and it's like it doesn't really register, it doesn't affect you. But that's the way they do it. They do it like if they're saying it to create like confusion and inconsistencies between you and them. So they have this wall of like if they know it all, like if they can interact with electronic devices and they said it in way. Obama is one of them, Bush is one of them, my mom is one of them, my cousin Wilfredo Ruiz Carrero, his moms and his stepdad, they're down with it too. You see, you could literally, if you know how to use your sensory, like if you know how to sense, then you see exactly what just happened right there, where they tried to sway me to feel different than me feeling confident and with solidarity and fullness. And when I say those type of things, we got to go inside solidarity and confidence. You see, right now, they just went to go do it real fast just now. They act like they could do it all in 1 second and shit like that. Like everything, like sometimes they go and say stuff. And because I said it right now, they're doing it right now. They put it into effect right now. So I said it I said it in a way like if they could, that they say it, like if they could do it all. And once they say stuff so that, they can make believe like what is being projected, that's what they're doing. But literally, they are going through my memories and literally react to it. It is having an effect. You see what I'm saying? One of them just went, yes. And they're trying to like operate real fast and do shit real fast right now. Like if they're doing it like real fast and shit like that, but they're not really doing it. All that shit is lies and deceptions. All they want to do is like sway me, because, you know what I'm saying, swaying is different than doing what they're projecting. You see what I'm saying? They're liars, deceivers. They're the devil. They're the epitome of what the devil is. What you heard the devil is like, nothing. Lies, a deceiver, a liar, deceiver. They are the devil. They're not really the devil, but because the devil is a lie, it doesn't exist. You see what I'm saying? God does exist, the devil doesn't exist, if that makes sense to you. See what I'm saying? So, because they want to project the notion of because that's what they're like the devil. They're only negative. They're only bad, but not in a way that's like full-blown, like bad in your face. Like some of them do, but some of them, they just, they're about lies, and they cater to lies and deception. So they rather be in your face and be all satanic. But, obviously, if they go crazy and shit like that, you go and fucking handle it. You know what I'm saying? So they're not just going to go and act all fucking satanic the way they really, really are. Because they can't. Some of them are just fucking frail individuals who can't do who can't do more than what they want to do. You see what I'm saying? So they say stuff. They say stuff until they create a network. They say it in ways like if they did a spider web. And the spider web got wormholes and like they could go in places and see right there. They just did it right there. You see, I said spider web, and before I even finished explaining what I said, they went and did it. So they went through the wormhole and looked over here. You know what I'm saying? And that's stuff that I know how to do. I know how to do this stuff. A lot of you know how to do exactly what I'm telling you to, what I'm explaining here too. So I'm not speaking to dumb individuals. I'm speaking a lot of stuff and explaining a lot of stuff because a lot of people, they're not there. They do it differently. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they just, like, you know, there's good people, innocent. They just want to live their lives. A lot of people just want to live their lives. They don't want to worry about the inner stuff and this satanic stuff and all that stuff. You see, right there when I was about to say satanic stuff, and when I said right there, that was dumb because they're going along with me right now. And if there's any chance for them to try to like weaken me or try to like lower me, like right there, I got them caught. You could feel the energy right now thickening. Because I got them caught right there when I said it. You know, it's exactly what they were doing. I just caught them right there doing. You see what I'm saying? I'm explaining it to you and I'm exposing it to you right now as they're doing it right now in real time to me. Like they're going along with me and trying to act, you know, with their satanic traits and abilities and tricks and lies, deceptions, sensations. And they do it through sensations. Sensations is the main carrier of what they're doing. Because literally, they're not really doing anything without sensations. If you don't feel anything, what can they do? They can't do fucking shit. If they do it through illusions, like I used to beat them so bad through illusions, like the image and stuff like that. Like I used to go in the imagination and beat them. And I mean, it don't matter how many of them they were, I would beat them. Always, all the time. I never lost, not once. I never once lost. Not once I ever lost to them at all. It's all a lie, so I can't lose. You see what I'm saying? So I beat them so many times that right there was a lie too. Like they pretended like if they cut my head or some shit like. It's a fucking lie. I can't lose. And I know it. So I won. I won already. And they just putting up one of those, like a sore loser type of, you know what I'm saying? They just keep going, like trying to like create some kind of like window of opportunity where they can make me believe or accept that they're winning and that they're doing stuff that I can't counter. You know, like they go off the hinges because they can't beat me. Hold up. I feel a certain type of way right now. My ribs and stuff like that. So check this out. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look for a spot to expose him from. Hold up. Because I don't want my face to look bad. So whatchamacallit? Like that. So I know exactly what they're about. I know what the enemy are all about. I know what, you know what I'm saying, exactly what they're all right. They're farting right now. Fucking bad smells and shit like they're the devil. They're just, I mean, like I said, I already explained myself, but like I said, a lot of you on my side, you know exactly what I'm talking. Some of you got to do it through ignorance, and look, they're doing it right now again. Sensations. Check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna cancel all their sensations from the origin of it. And they said it when I said it, but it's going to be exactly what benefits me the most always. Because when I say it, they say it when I say it too. Like if they could do stuff, because I represent God directly here out of everyone in here in life. Not to act like if I'm, you know, like the Antichrist. If, you know, if you talk about God, like if you're God and stuff like that, if you're not, obviously, then you're not, then, you know. But they act like, anyways. So I represent God directly here, me. Well, not necessarily here, because this place is all twisted. Life is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's a combination of good and bad. It's like an in-between place where, you know, you inhabit a human body and stuff, you know, eating and gore and blood and all the stuff that could happen in life and stuff like that is here because it's real. You're here in a body, or you're inhabiting a body. You're really inside. So they, anyways, so. Because I am who I am, they say it when I say it and act like if they could do stuff that's godly. You see what I'm saying? Like, but inverted. Like, if they say, they go and they're saying it real fast, like, and saying it real fast, but not like, but they act like they're saying everything they mean to say. Like, you know what I mean? Like if they doing it, knowing everything and saying it all at the same time. I know how to do that. I've done it before. I got out of that game because I got bored of having all the fun. So what the enemy does is that they go and whatchamacallit. Hold up, let me adjust this thing. So what they do is that they act, you know, they use mockery, copycatting and shit like that, but they do it like in inverted ways. So imagine the devil or these devils, CIA, FBI agents, Freemasons, the Illuminatis, and like not all of them at once, but they got structures and stuff where they target me, they spy on me through my phone number. They caught a hint of my phone number. They found out my phone number, one of them or whoever did, and they passed it down to now they got a structure against me through my phone number. You know, so when I go online and stuff like that, they act like they got tricks that they act like they're inside the internet and they're doing it through digital ways and that they can use calculations. Because I've said it before, you know, me exposing them stuff, like it felt like that's what was happening, and they went off the hinges and started saying it in ways like, oh yeah, if he said it, it must be true. They already got it to where they say it really fast when I say something that they want to use, and they go, they say, oh yeah, if he said it, it must be true, and they go through the rituals that they go through to act like they could do what I'm saying that they wanted to use. You see what I'm saying? Mockery. It's copycatting, it's inverted, you know, tactics and shit like that. And the carrier, what makes it feel like it's happening is just right there. One of them just went and seriously, they say something like that, not like that, but you know what I mean. So it made me slide a little bit. You see what I'm saying? So they just do that annoyance. That was annoyance right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they can't do what I do. So they act like they could do it in inverted and broken ways and shit like that. Like they got, like I said, they say it when I say it and act like they go to, like they do it differently. They don't all do it the same way. So they go about it differently. They say stuff differently. Sometimes they don't have anything to come up with because they're there like trying to think of what do I do? What do I say? Julio's too powerful. He's too strong. And I got them all caught up. Like earlier, before I started the video, I had them all locked down and they started resurfacing. And you saw that thing coming over here and trying to sway me out of the sensation that I was feeling, how I was feeling more. And right there, you see, when you see how it's just like when you're speaking and someone speaks while you're speaking, and it kind of like sways you out of your emotion. You see what I'm saying? Like kind of like messes with your trajectory. You're speaking with confidence, and then someone says it with more energy, and it kind of like, you know, it makes you stumble a little. So in my case, they say it when I say it, and I kind of slide sometimes if I don't say it with enough solidarity to carry the energy that I'm speaking with all the way through. You see what I'm saying? Like right there at the end, I said it with, and there was a little window of opportunity for them. And, you know, I'm showing you right there the energy and the imaginary illusion of what they just literally just did. So I was saying it, and right there at the end, I left a little bit of, you know, window of opportunity for them to work with. And you saw exactly what they did. They tried to lower me through there, and they try to take it as far as they can. Whenever there's a window, they try to take it as far as they can. Sometimes, you know, they've gone to places against me. You know what I'm saying? Like right there, look, they're doing inverted. My confidence inverted. They're trying to invert my confidence right now. So I expose them. They're terrorists. They're like satanic terrorists, like Obama. You know, he became a president, and he's one of them. He's a devil. Like they shouldn't be in positions of power. Devil worshippers shouldn't be in positions of power. You see it right there. Look, they're projecting my mind before I even think about it, before I even go there. Son of interest. I'm about to talk about how the devil had influence. Like that's how the Bible says that the devil was controlling society in the Bible stories, right? With Jesus and all that. Like if the devil had influence within the government and stuff like that, and a lot of people just can't put it together. That the Bible is telling you what they're like without telling you directly. You know what I'm saying? That the devil, you know, likes to stand from far and say things. They say things. They say things. Liar, deceiver. They say things and they come up with lies, deceptions, and right now, they're trying to sway me right now. Check this out. Cancel. I'm going to cancel everything they did up to now right now. That benefits me right now. I just did. From the origin of it. from the very beginning before that too, and any inversions of it too, and any inverted words too. Anything they do on top of that after that too. So now you see how it feels different. Look, even I'm even starting to sound different, like myself again. So what they did is that they got me surrounded in this neighborhood where I live, in this house where I live. They've been targeting me for so long that they created ways, like strategies, to come at me through indirectly. You see what I'm saying? Every time I do that, it's because there's one of them, you see, and it feels like they do the ice pick. I said it once, and now they're doing an ice pick. So they go and come up with pictures of an ice pick, or they think about, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when you think about something and the image of it comes up, you see what I'm saying? So they're doing it. They also use like sound and stuff like that. So they do it like if they're doing it in a lot of different ways, like if they know everything and they're doing it in different ways, and like ways that, you know, broken up or through sound. They're speaking with sound. They're saying things with sound. They go to the point where they act like they changed the meaning or the sensation of how it really is when I say things, so that try to like change how things are done for me. Like if I say, I'm saying stuff, they want to have control over what happens when I say it. So when I say it, it goes and does it. Like life literally does it. Like sensations, what does it for me does it, right? And they want to have control in the one of them said dominion. You see what I'm saying? So like, or someone did. Not everyone you hear, because when you hear voices, not always the enemy. But sometimes they could act like, when you hear someone, like if they have influence, like if they're the one saying it and not the one that is literally saying it to you. See what I'm saying? Like sometimes you hear voices and not everyone is the enemy that you hear. But sometimes it could, like they got tricks. You get the gist by now. You get the point. But you see what I'm saying? I just said, look, check this out. I went like this, and because of my back and the way it feels, my back, because I have this discomfort in my back and stuff like that, they created that right there. I said jizz, and they created the notion of jizz, cum, and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sex. Like, they're fucking disgusting. They're fucking filthy. They're low. They're negative. Their negativity is what describes them, because they're from the negative side, dark side. When they say dark side, what they mean is negativity. Like in Star Wars, the Sith, the fucking Darth Vader and shit like that. They're from the dark side, but what they mean is the fucking negative side. They're negative. The difference between the Jedi and the Darksiders is that Jedi are good, are supposed to be the positive side, light side, and so light representing, you know, positivity. Not that light or darkness represents good or bad, because they're both neutral. You could use light or darkness for good or bad. You see what I'm saying? Because Jedi could use the darkness too for good. You see what I'm saying? Without having to be bad. You see what I'm saying? I could use hate too, because they're hateful. They're negative. I could use negativity too against them. You see what I mean? I know the game. I know their game. I know their trickery. So there's a lot of them amongst us in society, and we got to get rid of them. You see how I stop, I slow down, and it feels like they want me to feel like inferior because I slowed down. I was having this much like energy, momentum forward with my speech and what I'm telling you and stuff like that. Like if I slow down and then they act like that's it, it's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got tricks. Sometimes you got to figure out exactly what they said in order to combat with the enemy, because they like to hide, like the devil. The devil likes to hide and say things from far. So with the moment you figure out who the devil is, you got to go and kill him. You got to go and get them out the way, because in physicality, whoever's acting like the devil here, and they're really like, they really want to embody what the devil is like here, you got to get them out the way. So we got to get rid of Obama, Hillary, Biden, like the whole entire Freemasonry umbrella. We got to get rid of all of them. They all got to go. All precedents until now were either Freemasons or part of another society. Right there, look, now, check that, cancel again. And now I'm restored. You see, I just went like this because it came back to me, my energy. So they like to play with that frontal energy that we have. It's like that resonant energy. Like sometimes it's your normal fucking energy. Like they like to attack my frontal like resonant energy. You know what I'm saying? Like if they go and interact with, like if they're tickling, not, it feels like they're tickling it, but they're, you know, like they like to go after that energy, that resonance, that luminance, that, you know what I'm saying, that radiance, that radiant energy that we have within, that, you know, you go into a room and it's felt, you know what I'm saying, like your energy, the energy that you carry around. They like to attack that, my spirit, my soul. They like to attack me, they like to that's one of the tricks. Like if I got a swallow spit and stuff, and cancel. And now they did inverted, that every time I cancel the origin of the energies, it's gonna be inverted, so it stays and sticks. And that if I cancel it, it's gonna stick. Like no, canceled anyways. See, and right now they're just saying, you heard it in the background, right? They just literally, that's what you heard in the background. That's voices in the back. They're literally right there saying stuff. You just heard them in the background. When you hear shit like that, that's dumb. Acting like if they're saying it in mumbles and shit like that, and tumbling, in tongue-tumbling ways, and like if they're tumbling, like if when they tumble like that, like if it's saying exactly what they want to say. They got a lot of tricks. They got an armor, like they got fucking tricks. Trick, it's tricks. They got nothing but fucking, like if they could only do stuff through trickery. So they go as far as changing the meaning of tricks, because I know they're tricks, so they go and act like they're war agendas. Because they had called it something else before that, and I figured it out, and I attacked that. So because it feels like when you say tricks, nothing happens. You're attacking the trick. All their tricks canceled. You see, and it feels like nothing happened, but it is happening. But the masking sensation suggests that their tricks are not being canceled. You see what I'm saying? But it is. I just canceled all their tricks. That's what they are. Tricks. They're lies, deceptions. They're not canceled, all their lies. Canceled. You see what I'm saying? Confusion. Canceled. I canceled it from the beginning. The making of it. What creates it. So they act like if they're doing it in another way, that's, you know, like if they're in their twisted way, like if they're doing it in another way, and that if I cancel it, it stays in their original twisted ways that they wanted to work in. Right there, look, sway, double, down. You see, right now they're associating me with someone playing blackjack, playing cards at a casino and shit like that. They're going through different like individuals and shit like that, and they associate me to them inverted. Like if, and you say, and they try to take my energy away from me and act like if it was going behind it or in between the blackjack or the card being like switched around. Someone was switching a card around or twisting a card around, and they act like my energy was going in there. And you know what I'm saying? Like if they were twisting it into a place. They fucking do that type of shit. They're fucking Satanists. They're fucking devil worshippers. They worship the devil, negativity. That's what they're like. They're not like normal people. They want to live their lives, make money, be happy, take care of. A lot of them got families and act like regular people. They're not like us. They're not normal. So stay tuned and help me defeat the devil. I want to change everything because I got the answers to all the problems in the world. And they don't want me to be the world leader. And I'm supposed to be the world leader, so I got lie and deception right there. You see that we're going into a lie and deception. Like if I just want everyone to die, I'm going to take everyone to a suicide. Which, after I'm done, you're going to be glad to go. You're going to be in a mad dash to go and get yourself out of here. Because this place is not where you should be. You are within. The physical body, flesh, bones, is from this place. You see what I'm saying? So you're supposed to go. That's why there's a lot of cults where they went and got everyone to commit suicide, and they let them outside and stuff. Because they're not from here. Your physical body is what's here. The mind, the body, the flesh, the bones. You're here in physical form, but what you really are is within. You see what I'm saying? They can't kill the energy that makes you who you are. they have twisted people and brainwashed people and have people accept the notion that they're different because they didn't know any better. So you're supposed to know. When you know, there's no way for the enemy to fuck with you. There's no way for them to mess with you, who you are, your energy. You see, I know how I know. So they can't do to me what they want to do to me. I be here minding my business, and they be there just trying tricks and literally having conference real fast and saying things that sometimes I hear them having conversations in real time, wherever the fuck they're at, through their twisted ways, like if they're here in some kind of spirit form and shit like that. And I'm over here like, oh, they just literally right there speaking over here where I am. And they only do it through my phone too right now. Because I said, you know, that's how they target me. So they started targeting me through my phone. So sometimes I'll be here minding my business and they start having like conferences and thinking like, yo, but yeah, he's here. So we got to find a way to like, you know, before, like I said, when I moved here, they wasn't to the level where they're at now. So before, you know, it took time and dedication and a lot of conversations and meetings and sharing ideas on how to go about it because they couldn't do it through illusions. So like, I gave them the idea. I was like, yo, you guys should say stuff. That's the way you are, really. You say stuff. You know what I'm saying? Lies, deceptions, that's about saying stuff. So I gave them the idea, like, yo, you guys should say stuff. They went and did it, but they did it in their twisted way. Like if David Samadine, the fucking representative of Lucifer here in human form, like if he said it for them, like, yeah, I'll do it. And like if he gave them the idea or the green light to go and do it for them, you see what I'm saying? And they started doing it through the notion that they went around and had someone else do it, but they did it because I said it. No matter how they did it, went around. You see what I'm saying? They didn't want to be able. They didn't want to do it just because I said it. So they had to come up with a lie and a deception to do it indirectly through. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, since I know everything, all the best things, you know, so they act like they're using my intelligence inadvertently, and like if I ever have a thought, you know, like pretty much like they're using my intelligence, and I'm just blank. I'm over here not thinking, having intelligence, like not the intelligence that I should have. It's like if I'm blank and I'm over here, and they're using the best of me, and I'm not being able to use it, and it feels like that too. Like they go to those levels where they send the sensation, and it's a masking sensation. Like if they're using my IQ, my intelligence. Someone just said it before I said it just now. You see, they're going into places where they go and say it before I say it. But like I said, you know, I've said a lot of things here, but it's not like they could do it because I said it, because I'm not giving them any kind of like permission to do it. They're not like me, so they can't do it. But right now they're doing it. Even though all the things that I said, some of the things that I said during this live, they went and took it and they're doing right now. So God level me. I'm there right now. I just did that literally just now. I just literally put myself as God level against their nonsense, and I'm beating them as they're existing, like just now. So I'm gonna just flip that, because it's flipped already. So I'm gonna flip it in the best way. Because they say when I say it, they act like they could do stuff. Like sometimes they say when I say it and act like the energy of, when you tap into someone's energy, like let's say when someone says it, you know what I'm saying? You tapping into their energy, into their rhythm, into their frequency. You see what I'm saying? Like they're tapping into my frequency, and like because I represent God directly, that they could go and make a wish. And I want to do it all, but backwards, but I know it all. And they go and literally say stuff. They don't always say it like that. They say different stuff. They got it to where they wish for something that goes along with their views, with their liking. You see what I'm saying? What they would like, what they would approve. They got systems that target me and do for them what they want. You see what I'm saying? They're the devil anyways. So we got to get rid of not only Obama, Hillary, and all the top ones that are right there in your face. We got to get rid of the ones amongst us too. Some of my neighbors, like I told you before, are down with that shit. So we got to get rid of all of them. It's all of them. We got to get rid of each one of them. They're right. Yo, if you knew all the stuff that they've done, and now you know, they they like to act like if they're inadvertent knowledge itself. So when I'm telling you things and you start to know, like, oh, quickly, inadverted, and they go and inadvert the knowledge, like if they know and you don't, like if they're taking the information that you know, they got all these tricks put together. They don't want you to know. Or the fucking poisons in the food and the water is all that to dumb people down so that they don't know. They don't want you to know, because if you know, they can't hide. You see what I'm saying? You see how I'm having a little bit of inconsistencies right there? I'm gonna cancel all that shit. And now I got the energy back. Check this out. So like, and one of them just said, no, you don't. So sometimes when I do stuff, they got it to the point, to the level where I say stuff and they say stuff. I say stuff and they say stuff. And they act like they're saying it better than me and a lot faster. Like if they're saying it really fast, like, so I just said, yes, I'm recovering, which I am. And one of them said, just, no, you don't. No, you don't. Right there, and that was literally caught right now on this live. So I say something and they say, I say something, they say something. I say something, they say something. And they acting like they're countering me through saying what they're saying. They're not supposed to be direct with their satanic ways, but they do it anyways because they're doing it for their negative reasons. You see what I'm saying? So they're playing word games. Yeah, like that's one of the things I was there and I didn't say it, but now I'm saying it. They go as far as projecting the things that I'm not saying. So if I have a thought and it's something that I'm not even trying to go into, they project it too. Oh, look, he thought about this. And they literally start like having a conference about it, or start talking about it. Like, oh, look, he thought about this. So a lot of things that they did were from me minding my business over here, watching YouTube videos or Facebook or whatever. Now because I'm in one spot a lot, they assume like they have more decadence, more validity targeting me because I'm standing in one. So now if I move over here, check this out. Now if I move over here, it feels different. You see what I'm saying? They got tricks. They got like these tricks where they go and simulate, or they go based off how it feels. It feels like I'm here. So now they're building like kinetic energy where I am. And not okay, it's something else. Sensation. Like if they're building sensations to target me where I am now. So because I sit here in the couch a lot, they go, that's like, that right there, that couch right here, where I sit every day, most of the days I sit there and just watch my videos or whatever the case is, they act like they got so much sensations and decadence, and decadence is one of the words that fit, because that's how they build the energy. Yo, they target me there a lot. That's one of the most vivid ways to feel what's going on. When I sit down in that couch, look, I'm gonna do it right now. Check this out. So I go here and I'm on I sit down here, and the moment like I sit down here, you could feel that the energy is different. Because I was over there, they gotta move their targeting system over here, and now it's over here. You see what I'm saying? Like they got a thing. They created a thing. I'm gonna show you a picture of it. The thing that I told you about that they create. They like if sometimes they act like they just sent things after me that could do it all and defeat God and stuff like that. Like literally, they go off the hinges. They go and say it in a lot of ways. Like if they're standing in a spot but they're not doing anything, but they're doing it all. And everything that happens because they say it or they do it. You know what I'm saying? They go off the hinges. Lies and deceptions. They're not doing any of that shit. They do it like if they know it all, but doing it backwards, which is, it doesn't even make any sense. That shit is not even possible to do backwards, everything backwards, because everything is the way it is. Everything is everything. Truth is truth, lies are lies, and that's never going to change. So they act like they're using like lies inverted or truth inverted. Like they're not doing any of that shit. That shit is not true, and I know. So anyways, they can't beat me. You see how I move over here, and because my back, it feels a certain type of way, they're reacting to how I feel, my back feels, because like I told you, they target me through my nervous system. So they act like, sometimes a lot of the attacks and shit that they do to me is through my lower back pain. So if I smoke weed, and because the weed makes me feel sensitive or a little more relaxed, instead of feeling good, they want me to feel pain. So they go and mask and send the masking sensation that I'm feeling like hell in my back, like if my back is being amplified, the pain in my back. Sometimes I don't even feel pain, and they amplify, like they send like the amplification sensation of me feeling like this fucking worldly fucking amount of pain. Like they just said it right now before I said it. So they're doing it right now. I gotta go defend myself, yo. You see, even right there, I didn't say it smoothly enough because they're targeting me right there. They're putting an anvil right there in place. They're building right now sensations and shit like that. So, okay, so what I did before, now better than before. You see how I just let go? It just completely vanished what they were doing. They were building sensations and they wanted those sensations to stick with me. So if I don't say something about it, I don't have to say anything about it. I could just beat them. But sometimes they build a lot of sensations and I feel blank because they're literally acting like if they're using my mind. Like if my intelligence is, you see it right there, how they switching my attitude right there. Look, this out. So they act like my intelligence ain't mine. Like if they could just use it. Like if it's something that ain't originally me. Like if it ain't part of me, they say it in ways. You already know what I'm talking about. Anyways, subscribe, leave a like, whatever I'm thinking about. I'm on YouTube and stuff like that. But anyways, so leave a like and stay tuned. I'm about to post the pictures on the comment section and all that. So stay tuned.